What's up, grinders? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do a react to a video from this channel right here called Cinephiles. Okay, now this is not someone who's out there sitting. He's talking about Chinese and learning languages, but he has been popping up more and more on my feed because he's been doing videos daily. He's going to be fucking the next Mikkel. I guarantee it, except he's got more hair and he seems less aggressive, which I guess is probably a good strategy overall, but I've been asked to review what video? This one here. Listen, mimic, repeat. This is how you get fluent. Anyway, I haven't seen any videos of him speaking Chinese, but the few words I have heard of him speaking Chinese seem pretty legit. So I'm assuming he does speak Chinese. And since we're on that note, public service announcement, I dropped my first gaming vid in Chinese. Go check it out. It's on my Chinese channel over there. You can see me speaking Chinese, or at least attempting to, while playing video games here. I'll play some of it for you because obviously, you know, Chinese. 朋友们，大家好，欢迎来到我的频道。今天我们来玩一款游戏，叫做《求生之路2》。为什么我选择这个游戏？我选择这个游戏，因为对我来说，这个游戏是最好的游戏之一。Okay, so as you can clearly see, this guy is one fucking handsome chap, and you should definitely go sub to the channel. I guess I'll play some of me playing the game. Okay.
Oh no, I think I
这个很难，真的很难，一边说中文一边玩这个游戏。好的。嘿，你好，再见。I'm a little bit too polite now. Let's go to a more aggressive moment. 干嘛？我听到冲锋者，还有。Okay, that's good enough. You guys get the idea. Now let's go check out Mr. Cinephiles.
So you've learned a language for a while, but you're still not getting there with how you sound. As soon as you open your mouth, whoever you're talking to, whether it be a native speaker or even someone who doesn't speak the language, they're telling you that you don't sound very local.
Hey guys, let me know in the comments section if you speak Mandarin Chinese, how does my Chinese sound? I know when I was listening to my own video, I did fuck up one verb in that, like the short part I showed you, but how does my Chinese overall sound?
Your pronunciation still has a lot of errors, and it just doesn't come off smoothly. Even if you know a lot of words, even if you've studied for a while, it still isn't coming off.
This seems to be the new way of doing videos, not just... Actually, this is the first I've seen in the language community, but I've seen so many videos, especially like politics ones, where it's someone walking through a park and they're talking, or it's just like... It used to be everyone was sitting in a car driving and then talking to the camera as if like, hey, I'm just, you know, we're all mates and buds and shit. And now it's like, hey, I'm taking my dog for a walk type of thing and everyone's in the park. And I'm just sitting here in my dark room with old mate Elmo behind me. I gotta up my game. I gotta get into the park, but that involves getting sunlight and shit. I'm not sure if I'm prepared for that.
And I was kind of there too. I had studied Chinese for years. I still was speaking not as fluently, not as eloquently as I wanted to. And it was really hard to get over that hurdle, but over time, I realized the best way for me to do that. And I kind of developed my own strategy. I haven't really heard people talking about it online or...
Ooh, okay, let's see if this is a strategy I haven't covered before.
Anything like that. And it's... maybe I have to an extent, but they wouldn't say it the exact way I do, the exact strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that today. So how did I improve my pronunciation? The biggest thing that I would say, kind of to start off here, is that a native speaker, how they talk, their cadence, the way they pronounce the words, obviously you want that to be the main thing you model your own pronunciation off of. If you sound like a native speaker, then that means you're doing the right thing.
How far am I off, guys? Let me know. If you just, based on that short clip you saw, how far am I off?
So what I would do, specifically in Chinese, is I would find Chinese TV shows and kind of like a reality TV show. I would not recommend finding a very scripted type of thing. I would recommend like a reality television show. And why is that? Because a reality TV show is going to be more daily life talking. If it's like a scripted...
I'm assuming you've got some base in the language. You can't just be using this from day one.
Scripted drama, they're going to talk maybe in a more exaggerated manner. You could still use it, I just would say it's not optimal. Find a reality TV show in your language, your target language, and what you're going to do is you're going to record portions of it. So, a line of dialogue.
I'm guessing we're going to be doing shadowing.
With words that you may be familiar with, like more basic, like find a basic sentence. for example, if they said in your language, what are you doing? Like in Chinese, it would be like, 你在干嘛? I would find a simple sentence like that.
你在干嘛? They say 你在干嘛? Not really, they'd say 你干嘛? They drop the 在. Yeah, it's more 你干嘛? That's more, I would say that's more native sounding. It's just 你干嘛? You don't need the 在.
Or where are you? And I would record it. All you need is the audio. If you did the video too, that would be fine, but clip the audio and then leave a blank space between when they say it and give it a pause. So for example, it's a 2-second clip, then you're gonna leave a 2 or 3-second pause after that. So you're gonna basically edit together a file of a bunch of these phrases all together. It'll be, for example, in the Chinese, it might be 你在做什么? And then it would be blank. Give you the time to recite it. And then,
so his Chinese sounds pretty good.
And after you give you the time in the clip for you to recite it, you're going to put it again. And that's just to kind of fine tune your ear, I guess, because you said you hear it, you say it, and then you hear it again. So that's kind of the strategy.
I would say that this strategy, it's a good strategy, but it's definitely not a new strategy. This is like basically Pimsleur. They did this, okay? Like there's so many groups that have done this. I'm not sure what the special sauce that he's going to add.
I would recommend you go through with it, put a bunch of them together, and also, especially when you're getting started, you can even slow down the time. So maybe put it on 0.75 speed or something. That way, you can really hear the intricacies of how they're pronouncing the words. Once you have done that, in your downtime when you're in the car, maybe if no one's around because it might be kind of embarrassing, but what you're going to do is you're going to play that constantly. You should get it to the point where maybe you have 20 different clips within it. You've memorized what comes after the next, because you've heard it so many times, you basically memorize the entire clip. And then what I would say you do is if you've done that.
You could do this in Anki as well. You could just take the recording, put it into Anki on the front of the card. And this is literally what I recommend in my Anki recorded videos, okay? Is you have the audio on the front, you listen to it, you repeat after it, you listen to it again, you flip it over the card if you're not too sure the back. You don't even have to have something on the back. It's just a way to make sure that you repeat this enough times. Like, I've got my video, The Grind, okay? I think I might have a couple now, but my original, The Grind one, that's literally what I do. Exactly that, except I just don't put it all into one long file. Because I actually like the fact that you get an SRS algorithm that comes with it, a space repetition algorithm.
Enough over and over and over, then at a certain point, your pronunciation is going to start to be like the person in the video. And then the next step after that is you're going to record yourself. You're going to record yourself saying the lines. So then you've kind of memorized it. At that point, you're going to take the lines and you're going to say them yourself. And since you've heard it over and over and over, at that point, you're going to know what the correct one sounds like, and you can compare your own pronunciation to.
And you'll also come up with basically a natural response. If it's a conversation, you'll kind of lean into the natural response in the ways that it's structured and stuff. So this is a good method. It also, you could use this with the script method where you take subtitles from a movie and you basically learn that script by heart type of thing, and then you play the role.
The pronunciation that the original is. And then at that point, you're just gonna hone in, fine tune on what you've said personally, and see where does it sound like it doesn't match exactly. So one step at a time, you'll just keep refining. And after a while, eventually, your pronunciation is gonna sound the same. After that, you can go ahead and repeat this process, find a new set of clips, and do the same thing over and over and over. And after you've done that for a while, you'll realize your pronunciation starts to be more and more fluent, more and more native. And especially in a language like Chinese, where it's a tonal language, different tones.
What he hasn't mentioned here, though, especially with Chinese, is you got to learn those sounds. There's specific sounds to the language. You got to spend the time drilling and learning those sounds. You can't just like listen to an entire word and then just mimic it, because you're not going to mimic the sounds. You need to learn how to place your tongue correctly for those specific sounds. And the best course of action there is basically to get feedback from a native and just work on those sounds. Get that down pat before you do this.
Have different meanings with the same spelling and pinyin, but then a different spelling or a different tone would change the meaning. It's really helpful because if you don't memorize the tones on paper, you know exactly what it sounds like. So then you can kind of like say it back to yourself. So the word to do in Chinese is 做. If you just memorize the clip over and over and over and over and said it 1,000 times, then it's just kind of within you. You don't have to know, oh, it's fourth tone. You know you've said it, you know you're pronouncing it correctly, and you don't have to do as much rote memorization. So for all of you who your pronunciation is still not there in your language, this would be a big method that I would recommend you take with you and you refine it. And that's how I improve my Chinese speaking a lot quickly.
Okay, so I guess it's like the advice isn't bad. Overall, it's pretty good. It's nothing special. Like, he didn't invent this. This has been said so many times before, but like, at least it's good advice. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. New guy on the scene. Not sure if we'll see any more videos from him. Yeah, we will. There'll be a video every day. I'll see you all in the next video, and if you're not there, that's fine. I'll be finding you, and I'll be making you drill sentences of me saying things to you very seductively.